Hey guys, can you hear me? Please give me a feedback because I have some issues with my camera, but I think I know why. Just a second. Just a second. If you could write in the text, in the chat, if you can hear me, that would be cool. Just a second. Yeah, I don't know. The camera doesn't work. Sorry about that. Oh, let me check. Really, really weird. I don't know why. I never changed anything. And it worked a few seconds ago. I don't know. Just a second, please. I try it again. Really, really strange. Yeah, it seems it won't work. Let's try it with the riddle. No, here it won't work too. No, I think it won't work today with the camera. I'm sorry about that. Just a second, I try to go back. All right. So. Seems a lot of problem. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I can't turn on the camera. I don't know why. Probably I changed something for this coding stream. I really don't know. All right, guys, stream without the camera. Maybe I can insert just a picture of me so you see that I'm really here. I'm going to try it again, just a second, and then if not, we're going to start because I think it's a really interesting stream. So just a second. I actually have connected two cameras. Oh, something happened? Oh gosh, okay. All right. No. All right. Seems it won't work today. Sorry about that. All right. I think we're going to do it without the camera, but I should be able to start with the riddle. Yeah. Okay, let's try just a second. Today we do something, I would say, really interesting. We're going to code in Unity a little bit, and I'm going to animate a character here in Unity. So we're going to write some scripts. Oh, sometimes the camera pops up or not. I'm going to disable the camera so we won't have this. All right. So, good. Okay, let's start without the camera. I'm sorry about that. First, we're going here in an empty scene, and I create a plane, and we call it Earth. Earth, yeah. I hope you can see it. Yeah, you should be able to see that. And because I don't work in the real game, so it's the same engine, everything is the same. But if I would work in the game engine, we will have a lot of delay because the game engine or the game is already full of stuff. So I'm going to work in an empty scene. Usually I do that, and then I copy everything here from that scene to the real game. So we just have this Earth. For you, if that you're not confused about what I'm doing today, we have here a scene window, we have a game window, and the game window is actually what you see as a player, and I move it here on the left side. So now we have these two different views. So this is the view for me as a developer. I see everything. I can select the camera and can move it around. Oh, sorry, here, and then you use on the left screen here, you see what's going actually on for the player. Yeah, I think it looks a little bit strange when it's just brown or green. When it's just white, so just drag here this one and make it a little bit green. So it looks a little bit more interesting. Yeah. All right. Cool. And finally, some choose. Guys, welcome. Lumi is here, Christian is here, Björn is here, Defro is here, Sippo is here. Good morning, guys. Thank you very much for joining the stream. Yanis is here. Good morning. I'm really sorry about the camera issue. I don't know why, but I think we're going to start. So First of all, what I want to do is I want to have here in the scene two characters walking together from a start to an end position, and then they should turn and go back. Sounds really easy, yeah, but it needs a little bit of coding. So first of all, I have this, let me check here, I'm going to delete this, we don't need that. First we go into Blender, yeah, you should see Blender, and we import a character. So this character, it's actually delivered by Yanis. I think we're going to work with this one, I'm not sure. Oh, this is this is the completely wrong one. I have one with some issues, and that was exactly that. So I just import another one, import. Yeah, finally you can see when I import some stuff. Let's go with this one here, I don't know. Just need another one. Yeah, that's a nice guy. Look at him. Really cool. So Yanis created the guy here and texturized it and everything else. And then I sent it to a guy in China and he rigged it. Rigging means he created all these bones here. And we have to delete some bones to actually work with. So, all right. First of all, the next 10 minutes, we're going to animate this guy because we need 2 animation for our walking process. And then we're going to write some code. So we have just to prepare it a little bit. All right, first of all, this is Blender and this is a free software, so you can just download it and work or do the same stuff as I do. It's free and it doesn't need a lot of space. All right, let's move that in here a little bit. We have here a timeline from frame 1 to frame 36. So this is an animation, you see that? So the guy is walking from here to here, and then we stop here at frame 36. So when I play this, it's non-stop walking. You see that it's not pretty smooth. The reason for that is for optimization in game, but this would take too much time to explain. But for the game, you will see the guy from that position here, so you actually won't see all this. That is not really smooth. All right. If you have some question about that, just text me in the chat. And again, I'm sorry for the camera. So first of all, we have this animation and I drag here a little bit because I need this window here, and I go to dope sheet and let me check here to the action editor, and I will name this animation walk. All right. So it's called walk, and then I add here or copy that, and I create another animation and it's called talk, because at the end, when these guys move from 1 to B, at the end they should talk to each other and then they should turn. So it's yeah, that's the actual goal. So we are here in the, let me check, in the talking animation. That's correct. So we can work on that. Let's go to the pose editor here and apply all the bones, and you see here the baked animation. We delete all that. Oh, sorry, I think this is much better. So delete that. And yeah, you can actually do that by yourself because the program is for free, and yeah, you need Blender is a little bit strange to start with, but if you're in it, it's a lot of shortcut, and then it's actually easy. So we have to reset that. Hey, good morning, Mattia. I'm really sorry. My camera doesn't work. I don't know why. It works for half a second and then not. I restarted the computer. That's why I was late. And well, oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I wish. Great. Okay. So now we're going to add a talking animation. And I don't want to spend too much time here, but we need it. Let's say the talking animation will take 100 frames. So the walking is just 36. Gummibärchen good morning, man. Sorry for the camera, no camera today. So, all right. So we have this X-ray mode, so we see through the bones. All right, so when the guy is talking, he's an Italian guy, and we have to set up the arms a little bit because he talks a lot with his arms and hands. So just a little bit like this and this, yeah. Not so. It looks a little bit strange. I just turn on my screencast key so you see what keys I click, because I didn't know, but some people really watch my videos again and try to learn some stuff. That's cool. So, all right, and then he talks in this direction. All right, so now let's be in this window, click I and then location rotation and go to frame 101 and do that again. So now we have an animation without any changes, and now we add some changes. We can add some change to every single bone. Great. Okay, first of all, we just animate the arms, and I would say here at frame 30, this arm is going a little bit up, and the hand is going out a little bit, and this also go, whoops, sorry, a little bit up and to the other side like this. All right, and then this. So we just change, I can go with this. We just add here the keyframes for this. All right, and then here, this one is upwards like this, so we see this. All right, and here at the end, this arm should go a little bit up because we want to see from a far position what he actually wanted to say, and then like this. Yeah, we need this talking animation, so make it a little bit more interesting, like this. So insert. So let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit slow, but I think for our test here, it's not bad. I don't like the animation here on this side because it's just going up and down, and so this goes a little bit on this side, and the lower arm it's going up, and here again to the top. So then we copy that, so no movement here between. Yeah, it's a little bit too fast here at the end, but I think, yeah, when I compare it to everything else, I would say it's too fast. Let's go here with 130 frames and move that a little bit. This one here, and let's see what happened right now. Yeah, it's in the same flow. He's not really talking. We have to change some stuff. We have to change this part here a little bit, like this. So, and here too, like this. This bone, click here and like this. Yeah, he turns a little bit on that side, and again here, so it's more on the left side. And the head, we can change the shoulders also a little bit, not too much. I would insert here and insert there, and in between we do some changes. So, I made a mistake, it seems so. No, it works. And then we have to change, let's see how it works. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now we have to rotate the head a little bit. So see, there is a lot of work in this direction, and then he, like this. Okay, let's see how our talking animation looks like. Black magic. So, yeah. Yeah, it's not perfect because the head goes too, this is too strong, I would say. It's not in the flow of everything else. We copy that and insert it here. So, and then we change it a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I would say that's okay. Cool. All right, I need some water, and then we can go to Unity. All right, if you want to have such a character, you usually can download such rigged character for free somewhere in the internet. Good. All right, let's see how many animation we have. Oh, our talking animation, it's gone, but we have here, this is something weird in Blender. Let's go here, go to actions, and check this one here. So let's see, we have the walk animation, that's cool. We have the talk animation, there's nothing, we delete that. Then we have the rig action, this is our talking animation. And we have the action, so we can delete the action too. Delete, and then rename it to talk. All right, guys. Now what we have to do, this is really important. In the beginning I didn't care about that, and I didn't know why it doesn't work. I have to select both this one, so the main character and the rig. Go to export and then let's go here. So just move it a little bit, just a second. Oh no, sorry. You have to click here on mesh and armature, apply transform, select and this one, and then I'm going to save it. Just a second, please. So just a second, assets NPC, and then we call it NPC. All right. So guys, I think we are done here. I just minimize it, or let's go here to Unity. And now we see the NPC I created before. So we can drag and drop it here in our scene. Let's say here. And zoom in a little bit. So yeah, he's in the Italian move. He talks with his hands. And when we open the file that we imported, we see the rig. So this is the rig, the bones. We see the mesh, and we see here our two animations. All right, and the first thing that we want to do, we want to animate that guy. And for that reason, this is actually really easy to create. We create an animation controller, and let's call it NPC animation. Doesn't matter because we just have one animation, and we open it. Now we are here in the animation editor. This is interesting because we have an entry and an exit. The exit, yeah, we don't need the exit today, and it's difficult to explain in this short time we have today, but we have this entry, and now what we're going to do is we drag our walking animation here. So when I press, or when I start the game, the character will immediately begin with walking here from the entry to the walk, and I drag it again here to this side. Now I connect these two states. Sorry, make so. So, and I'm going to show you exactly what I actually did just in a few seconds, because we have to drag it here. So now we have our 3 windows. That's, now you see why I need many screens to develop. It's possible on one screen, but it's easier if you have different screens. All right, we click here on our NPC, drag it down. And let's add here a component. I don't know how Unity, Unreal actually works, but Unity works a lot with components. Lumi and Defro, is Unreal actually also work with such components? Hey Teodoro, good morning, man. How are you? I'm sorry I don't have a camera today. Just a second, and we go here in animation animator. Animator, yeah. So this is just a component on the NPC, and we're going to write some code soon. All right, and I drag and drop here the animation. Cool. So let's see if it works. We're going and hit play. First, I save it. Unity sometimes crashes. Let's see. Not sure. Oh yeah, look at this. And on this screen, we see what happens. So I zoom in a little bit. As soon as the animation ends, it goes to the same animation here, started it, and goes back. So back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, actually really easy. All right, guys, we will come back to that. But first, we have to make our NPC a little bit more beautiful. For that reason, let me check if we have some, we have the textures here, all right. We need a material, call it NPC1. Just a fantasy name, I drag it here onto this guy, and then I just drag and drop the materials here, the textures, created by Yannis. Beautiful textures. Lumi, yes, but differently. Components, yes, but how they work in detail is differently, definitely at the code level. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, because I like the idea, but Unity recently tried to change it in a much more performant way. So it's not this component orientated style, it differs. But this is too difficult to explain today. So, all right. Look at this guy, beautiful. Yeah. Had a lot of party yesterday, seems so. And maybe we can 1.5, 5, yeah, a little bit more. All right, so this is our guy. We can move it here so we see it a little bit better on our gameplay, but doesn't make any sense. So let's see how it looks when he is animated with some colors. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. The animation has some minor problems here. I could fix that in the game, but I think for here right now it's okay. But you probably remember we had a talking animation. That's what we actually created in Blender a few minutes ago, and I would say we add this animation here. So let's go, and no, we can do that later. Yeah, first I think we're going to animate the guy. So just a second. We go and we start with coding. That's how I walk it with my new shoe. All right. Maybe I can order by Yannis some buffalo shoes, the famous shoes from the 90s. These are really, really strange shoes. Yeah. Or some Adidas slippers. I don't know. All right. Okay, let's start with the script. And for that reason, I just create a script here and call it walk and talk. Yeah. All right. And let's open it in the in Rider. This is the editor I work actually with. So let's see here and this. All right, so I think that's cool. So we see on both sides, we see the script, and here we see Unity. I have to manage that. I managed everything before the stream, then I had to restart, and now I'm here back again. All right, so click on the NPC. Yeah, it looks like a huge mess. I'm going to make that larger so you can see it pretty clear. First of all, we don't need the stuff here. We can delete that, and we can delete this. So this is a really empty script. Let's save it. And Adidas slippers. Hey, you. I actually wear Adidas slippers right now. I'm glad the camera doesn't work. Why Rider, by the way? I had a pretty cool IDE. It's difficult to explain, but you can. I worked with Visual Studio, but you can. It's much better, the IDE for Unity here, and you can look for problems or performance issues with Rider. I really like it. All right. So. What we're going to do with what actually work in Unreal. Walk and talk sounds like some cringe Italian. Really? Okay, guys. The first thing that we have to do is make that a little bit larger. Go here and make our scene view larger. I actually can do it here. So this is what you see as a player. We are not interested actually in that view. All right. First of all, we create here an empty. An empty, it's just a coordinate here. So we have an X, Y, and Z position, some rotation and scale. But nothing to see, it's just empty. And we call it end position. Good. Okay. So let's drag it here to here. So what we actually want to do is that guy walks to this empty position. Interesting, if I move that, let's move it here. The empty position is here because the empty position is connected to him. That's not a big problem in this try. All right. I see, worth considering long term, then I suppose was kind of already on my list. Yeah, Rider, it's not for free, unfortunately. That's, yeah. Have a good stream, everyone. I have to go. Hey, have a great day, Mattia. Thanks for joining the stream. Thank you very much. And hope next time with the camera. All right, so this is the end position. Now, I'm going to write some code. First of all, we have to attach our script to our NPC. So now we have an additional component. We don't have just the animator, we also have the script attached. And now let's go and start and write some code. All right, first, where do we have to start is, where do we want to start? First of all, I think we make a walking animation. So just a second. Just a second, please. I have to change here something. All right. So, good. Okay, first we're going to add here a variable, and it's a public transform, and we call it end position. Good. What we actually did, this is difficult to explain if you never coded, but what you see here, it's actually we added a new field here, end position. So we drag this one here into, and as you see here in my script, I call it transform. And transform, it's actually this part here. So I click on this, I go here, and what I actually did is just I copy these coordinates X, Y, and Z. So it's pretty easy. I know if you never coded, so many weird words here, but it's actually really easy. All right. Then what we want to do is we want to move the character from here to here. So let's start and create an update function. Update means once every frame, so your game runs in frames, every frame it will go this function here. So let's open a calculator. So let's calculate, and just to explain, if we have a game that has or runs with 60 frames per second, we can divide by 60. So we see in 16 milliseconds a frame will go through. So every 16 milliseconds your computer calculate almost everything if you play with 60 frames a second. If we just play with 20 frames a second, we just divide 1 by 20, so we have 50 milliseconds. If we play with, let's say, with 80, we have every 12.5 millisecond frame. That's a lot. So, okay, in this update function, we usually run every 16 milliseconds we go through. I can delete that, that's just a comment. All right, and what we do is now we're going to move the guy, and I go here and say private void walk. So, and when we are in the update function, we just call walk. All right. And what we do right now is we're going to move the guy, and for that reason we say transform position. That means our position where the script is attached. The script is attached to this guy here, so it's the position of that transform position. And this is equal then vector 3 dot move towards then end position. Yeah, I would say that. Oh no, our position first. I don't work a lot with that, so I'm not really familiar. Transform position. Let's make that a little bit larger for you, so it could be more interesting. Transform position. But what does that mean? This is our own position, so we want to move from our own position to transform position to the end position, and in a specific amount of time. So we take time dot delta time multiplied by, I don't know, 100. So thanks for reading. Unfortunately, I have to watch it later. Thanks, man, for joining the stream. So, all right. End position, why it doesn't work? Unity transformers. Okay. Then we have to create here new vector 3 then end position X. Oh gosh. End position X. Why? What's going on here? I don't want to have that. End position. Transform, but I'm an idiot. Is it? That's a transform. Why it doesn't work? Okay. Okay, I'm an idiot. Position X. End position transform. Position Y and end position C. All right. X, Y, and C. Strange? Yeah, I know. All right, and let's see how it works. Let's go back to the engine and let's calculate that. Let's see how it works. Oh, it was pretty fast. Way too fast. Let's go back here and say 0.1. This is the speed. So let's see how fast. Oh, you see it's way too slow, but we see he's walking a little bit. Way too slow. Let's go with 1. So again. Yeah, it works. But it won't stop. Why? The answer is easy. The answer is we're walking from our position, and our position constantly change to the end position. But the end position is also constantly changing because it's attached to this. So we're walking actually infinite in this direction. This is not what we want, but we can start with this pretty easy. All right. Next, what we want to do is we go here and say it's a private vector tree. What's a vector tree? This is actually just a variable that contains X, Y, and Z position. So, all right, vector tree, and we say start, then we do another one and say end. So, when our script starts, the first time, just one time, we take this and we say end, it's equal then end position dot position. So that makes it a little bit easier because now we can delete all the shit we don't need here and we call it end. So, what do we do actually? So I have to explain that a little bit. In the beginning, when the game starts, we start here. And we have this variable called end. And the computer takes the end position, so the position of that one, into the variable, but just at this specific point. So when we start right now to play the game, the character will walk to this position and stop and don't go ahead. Let's see. I can make it faster. Yeah, you see that? Pretty easy. Good. Okay. But what we want to do is that the guy turns here back. So what we should do is we should go here in the update function. So every single frame we should check, hey, are you at the end? If yes, go back. Okay. We go here and we call a function check end position. So, and we can go here and say it's a private void and call it this. So if transform position it's equal then end, I'm not sure if that works, and then that means the player here, the NPC, it's at the end position. Okay, what we should do right now is we should change the end position to the start position. So I'm going to make a mistake here, but you will see how we can fix it. First we say, hey, we are at the end, but our character is constantly moving to the end. What does that mean? We change the end position. And for that reason, we go here and say end, it's equal then start. So if the player is here, he will go back to the start position. But for that reason, we have to say here start, it's equal then transform, this, I don't need the word this, transform position. This is just for you, so you understand it's the position in the beginning. So, all right, good, and let's hit play. We will see immediately a problem. He goes back, cool. And now he should actually stop. Yeah, why? So he just went from here to there and went back. Because what happened? He walks and walks and walks, and then we figure out, hey, we are at the end position. This is this part here of the code. Let's go and change the end position to the start position. Now we are here at the start. But at the start, we have a problem because we lost our values. So what we have to do is, if we have to change when we are here, the start and the end variables. So that won't work. So let's say we say end it's equal start and start is equal end. We will have a problem because end gets the value of start and start gets the value of the end, but end already got the value of start. So now we should have actually start. This is a problem, but it's easy to solve. We go just here, private vector 3. I don't know if you can solve that in C# easier. Temp position. So we just need that. First we do here, we say temp position, it's equal then end position. Oh, start position, sorry, start position. Now I'm confused. So end gets start. I'm a stupid idiot. End position. So the temporary variable gets the end value. So and start gets the temp position. So we just changed all the values. Let's see what happened here. Actually, now it should work from here to back and here and here and here. To simulate that a little bit faster, we just change the speed here. Let's go to 2. I know it's way too fast, but for testing it's easier. Let's see. It goes back. Yeah, perfect. All right, but I know it looks a little bit strange because it's like a moonwalk. Yeah, look here, Michael Jackson. Yeah. All right, guys. We have to turn him, and for turning him, we have to look at. All right. So what do we do here? If we reached the end position, the moonwalk. If we reach the end position, we say please look back. So transform, look at, and it always should look at the end position because we already changed the end. So let's see. And now it should turn. Yeah. I know the speed of the animation, it's not perfect. Great. So now we want to improve the script a little bit because I want to make it more fun. Just a second. Let's call this guy NPC left. And now we duplicate him. So we have 2 guys. And let's call this guy the right one. Right. All right. Because the right one, it's a copy of the left. We also have the same script on both characters. Okay, let's see what happened. They should actually walk in the same direction, same speed, everything should be the same. And then they go back. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, we can make them a little bit closer so they look like friends. I know they walk too fast for friends. All right, cool. Good, but we want to make it more beautiful. At the end, we want to make them look together and talk together for a few seconds and then they walk back. And yeah, I would say this is something really interesting. But for that, we have to prepare our script a little bit. Let's go back here and let's go to our walking animation. I turn that on in this direction. So let's make it larger. First of all, we need another animation here that we created before. Let's go here and we have the talk animation. Cool, this one here, and talk animation here. Now let's move or connect them together. Perfect. All right. So the problem is, you know, when I click here, we see, just a second, if you never saw that, it just switched from this to this to this, but it never goes on this side. And for changing from this to this position, we have to write some code. Because our game has to know when the NPCs, our two friends here, NPC left and right, if they are at the end or the start, they should talk to each other. So at the end position here, we should send a signal to this function that we have to talk, and after a few seconds we have to send a signal, go back to walk. And that's what we actually do right now. So let's connect them, and let's connect them. And let's connect this here and this. So the problem is, how does your computer know if you should go after this is finished on this direction or here? Because we have an arrow out here and an arrow out here. So it will definitely take, I think, this one here, because that's the first one we set up. Let me check that. Yeah, it never goes to the right side. All right. To go on the right side, we need a signal, and we have another arrow in this direction that if we are finished here, we want to go back. All right, so let's create here a parameter, and let's say a bool. So walk. A Boolean value is just something that it's false like this or true. False or true. We can't do anything different than that. So let's say if the walking animation is false, we go to here and we go back just if the walking animation is true. So let's see what happened. We do the same here. We go back if the walk animation is true, and we come in if the walk animation is false. All right. Why do we have these both arrows here on both sides? It's, hey, good morning, Emily. I know, pretty boring stream for you, probably. We do some coding today, and my camera doesn't work. Yeah, for some people, it's probably better if they don't see me. All right, guys. So let's start the script without the checkbox here, so it's false. Let's see what happened. We don't care about this. We just want to watch this here. Oh, why it doesn't work? Strange. It should actually go here. Ah, okay. I have an idea. We can set here, hey, you can just do that if it's true, and here also if it's true. And here you just can switch if it's false and if it's false. I'm not sure if that's the right way. I don't work a lot in this animation setup here. Yeah. And this takes a little bit longer because you can remember in Blender we made the animation longer than the walking animation. It was about 120 or 130 frames. So if I click here, it's true and it will jump back. Just a second, if it's finished, it will jump back. And now we are here inside as long this is true. And as soon as I click here, it will switch back. And it's now here in this case, as soon as click here. All right. So if it's finished, it will immediately jump back in this position. Cool. But the thing is, what we actually want to do is we want to control this checkbox by a script. So we want to set it up. When the guys are walking, we want to have it here with the check mark. And as soon as they reach the end, we want to uncheck this for a few seconds. All right, for that reason, we go here to our script. And yeah, I know it's a little bit it's not enough space. So let's see, we are at the end position. Then what we want to do is we want to stop the walking animation. For that reason, we create a private bool allowed to walk, and this is true in the beginning. So let's go here and say, hey, you're just allowed to walk if allowed to walk is true, and then we can go here. I just work with the brackets. In C# you don't have to use the brackets. You can go with this, but because most of you don't read a lot of code every day, so I work with the brackets here. Good. So as long as this boolean is true, every millisecond, every frame, we go here and say you're allowed to walk. But if we reach the end position, we just say, hey, allowed to walk, it's false. Let's see what happens. When we start, they will walk to here, to the end, but nothing will happen. Oh, strange here. Just really, really strange. I have to set up this. Okay, now, yeah. They can't go back because I disallowed that the walking function. Cool. What we do next is we wanna that these guys look to each other when they reach the end. And for that reason, we open here a public game object called friend. And when they reach the end, we say, hey guys, transform. Oh, we have it already here. Transform, not look to the end, look to your friend. Transform position. All right, let's see what happened. Let's make it large and check. They should, oh no, we will have an error. Yeah, why? Let's go back because I have to apply here the friend. So the NPC left, his friend is the NPC right, and the NPC right, his friend is left. So let's see what happened. They should look to each other if they reach the end. Perfect, that's exactly what you want. But it looks really strange. They should actually talk to each other right now. And then they should go back. But first, let's care about this. Because what we want to actually do is we want to go from this cycle to this cycle. All right. For that, we need an animator. So we have to actually go to the animator here, to this script. Hey, good morning, Valerio. Good morning. We're coding today a little bit. I'm almost done. I would say 15 minutes, and then we are done with the coding project, and then we see the results. So let's go here and say public animator and call it animator. Good. So then let's go to the animator, and what we actually have to do is, yeah. When we are at the end position, we say animator, animator. This is wrong. Oh. Animator. Oh, it doesn't work. What's going on? Animator. All right. Animator. And what we actually do right now, we change this checkbox. Let's go to animator and say set bool, and this bool is called walk. So walk, and now we have to set the value, and we say false. Perfect. All right. So what we actually do, if they are reached the end position, we check mark this to false. Let's see what happened. They should talk to each other at the end. No, they don't. Why? Oh, I'm a stupid idiot. Because I have to attach this animator here, and I have to attach this animator there. All right, let's go, and now it should actually work. Yeah, you see, it was a little bit late, so Italian style talking. Valeria, you know that? Just with hands, no words. Yeah, it's too slow, but doesn't matter. But let's do it again. If we see a problem, it started too fast, too slow. We fix that. We go here and we say the transition is 0. This transition is 0. This transition is almost 0. And this transition is 0. It should work actually. Yeah, Valerio, you. Oh no. Okay, then we have to remove the exit time. I think we have to remove the exit time. It could be possible that Unity complains a little bit. I don't work a lot with that stuff here, so I have to figure out how it works. Yeah, perfect. Not smooth, but what we want. Problem is, they stay here forever. Yeah, this is typical Italian afternoon. They just talk and talk and talk. Now we want to make them a little bit more German. They go back to work. All right. I'm just joking. Well, you know that. Okay, at the end position, we have to set that to true and we have to allow to go back. For that reason, we create something really, really strange. If you're new to coding, we say it's an IE numerator. And we call this walk again. Good. And we always have to yield return new wait for seconds. Okay, I'm going to explain what I do right now. So just a second. Here we say, hey, we change the position. Now we look at our friend. We are not allowed to walk again. We change the walking animation to the talking animation. Cool. And now we want to start a timer. So after a specific amount of time, they walk back. Cool. For that, we say start coroutine and we take the walk again function. What does that mean? If we reach this position, so the code goes here through and reach this position, it starts this function. The first thing that this function is doing, it just waits for 2 seconds. After 2 seconds, we say, hey, let's go back. And we say allowed to walk, set it to true, because every freaking single frame, it checks the update function. And now it's true and we can walk again. Cool. And what we also want to do, we want to change the animation. Let's go to animator, and set bool to walk and set it, walk, and set it to true. All right. Not sure if it works. I think it should work, but let's see. Oh, talking for 2 seconds. Oh, no. Oh. What's the problem? Okay. They have to look to the end. Good. Then I think we just check the end position. We just do that again here. Let's see. Oh no, I'm an idiot. No. We do that on a different level. Guten Morgen, Valerio. So, here, I would say here. Not sure. Does that make sense? No, I think it should do it here. It's a little bit a mess right now. So let's see the guys talking and then they should... Oh no, I'm an idiot. It's so freaking easy. Everything was correct, but we should look not to the friend, we should look to the end position. And good. I think we are done. Let's check. After 1 hour of coding and some problems. Perfect. I really like it. Yeah, it's not really smooth, but it's also not a AAA game. Cool. Pretty easy. Devro, what do you think? Is it, and Lumi, you guys do coding? I think that's cool. It's exactly what I want. Now I have to smooth that a little bit. Guten Morgen, gibt es auch Tiere im Spiel? Yeah, we'll have some animals. I'm sorry I don't have a camera today. We'll have some animals. Chicken, cows, bulls, horses, pigs. Yeah, a lot of animals here in the game. Alright guys, I think we are done with the code. You made them so German. Yeah. So now this is German, now Italian, talking and then working again. Alright guys, I think yeah, we're done. I hope you learned how everything worked, and unfortunately I prepared a lot to show you, but I have to restart the computer because yeah, my camera doesn't work. I don't know. So I'm sorry about that. I hope you learned a lot, and you see there's a lot of work just to animate these guys, and it actually doesn't look really nice. I have to polish that a little bit more, and I have to add more stuff because the transition between the walking and the talking animation could be much more smoother. I could implement that, but I think it's not necessary because you understand how coding works. So it's a lot of work. So thank you very much, guys. It's done for today. We are too early, but it doesn't make sense that I work on the code again because we did everything. And yeah, thank you very much. I try to stream again next weekend with a camera. Then we will going to work in Blender. We have some riddles. I already prepared some riddles for today, but I have some issues. And I will have some energy drinks testing next weekend. Yeah, but today please check the Discord, because in a few minutes I will post on Discord the link, the picture of the thing that I'm actually working on. And yeah, let's have a look. We can maybe watch live inside. Just a few seconds. Unity. Oh, I should have it already open. No, Unity. Just a second, please. I opened the real program so you see everything. Let's close that. Let's close this. Save it. Yeah. Just a second. I'm going to show you what I actually work, and then I'm going to post on Discord the print screens about that. Just a second. And it takes about 20 to 30 seconds again, and then we are done. It loads a lot. That's why I don't code in the project, because it just takes too long to test if I press play. All right, just a few seconds and then we are in the engine. There will no restart working after. Yeah, just a few seconds. 50 seconds, we're still waiting, and then we're done for today. I just want to show you what I work on, because it's not finished. I'm working on the burning animation. So if your building burns down, I wrote a lot of code to manage that. I'm not finished. Maybe I finish tomorrow. I will finish tomorrow. Oh, 1 minute 10. So this is the live game engine. I don't want to upgrade that. Just a second. So this is the map I'm working on. It looks completely different in the game. So this is the game view. I told you before we have a game view. Just a second. So this is the game view, and the color looks much more different. But I don't like to develop in the game view. It doesn't make any sense. So this is the map I'm working on. We colored that river a few streams ago, and this is my test building. But to show you how it works, I have to show you the game view. Just a second. So let's go here. All right, good. Okay. For example, you see I work with a lot of scripts here to manage the game. Good. All right, let's start it. It takes some time. I haven't finished even finished my coffee. I'm sorry for that, Yanis. I'm sorry. We couldn't play the games, the riddles. So, yeah, you see, to enter the play mode, it takes a lot of time. That's why I don't develop or show or streamed in that mode here. Let's see. This is the burning animation. Yeah. And you saw the building collapsed. Let me check that again. We can, I have to cheat to get some money here. Oh, what's going on? I need the full resolution. So... Right, let's build a street and then add a building. I just implemented it on one building, on this one. This is just for test. After half a second, if it's finished, it should burn down. And I think it burns for 5 seconds and then it disappears. Okay, just, yeah. That's the current state, not finished. Because I want to have here some stuff here laying around, but you actually see what I work on. It's a lot of coding stuff here to do that, but yeah, really like it. All right, guys, that's it. Instant Inferno to poo. Guys, thank you very, very much for joining the stream. I'm sorry about the camera issue. I'm going to stream again next weekend, back in Blender and back with the camera, I hope so. Have a great weekend and please like my reel or Instagram post this afternoon. No, tomorrow. I won't have time this afternoon. Have a great weekend and see